Yeah, I'm Jerome Bate of Philadelphia Daily News. Just want to say I had never seen the Power Rangers before, and I had a blast. This is fantastic. And to me, this is like Breakfast Club 2017. So I guess the question is, I mean, you could all be cliches if you wanted to be. How, especially for Naomi and Becky, how did you, or when you read that, how did you want to make that different and make the character your own?
Oh, Why especially for us? What? Because what? As in?
Because we're girls.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I was just confused. Yeah, I think.
Sadly.
Yeah, I guess like the pink Power Ranger, you kind of think, you know, this kind of, I don't know, Valley girl. I don't know what comes to mind, but for me, like my responsibility is just to do the character justice. And when I got the script, I was like, okay, who is Kimberly and what's she going through? And she's not perfect. I mean, she does something that she regrets, but it's kind of how does she learn from that mistake? I mean, these aren't perfect kids, as we've said. They're all going through things. And I think that, yeah, that's kind of, I guess that's how I view it. I just want to do the character justice and it's how she learns from her mistakes rather than just being one thing. I mean, we're not all one stereotype, you know?
Yeah.
We have like different layers going on. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, something as somebody who worked with your character, building Trini actually had a lot to do with talking with Nay and seeing how she was building Kimberly. And one thing that we always talked about was the sisterhood and how do we make that real? And how do we also not make it seem like we're pit against each other? Because two women can be successful in one thing. It doesn't have to be one better than the other, or one prettier than the other, or, you know, one cooler than the other. And I loved the contrast between our two characters and how they still, at the end, come together. And especially as young women, I think that's how we kind of broke down that barrier, because you have the total outsider and then you have the queen bee, you know? And
knocked off her pedestal.
yeah. Yeah.
Hi, I have a question for all the Rangers. Is there a message that you hope kids get from the movie?
I do hope a lot of young kids go and see this movie, and I hope that they, you know, feel what I felt when I watched superheroes on screen as a kid. And I hope that they, through this movie, they get something more. And the most important message I want them to get is that it's okay to be yourself. Your imperfections are the things that make you unique, and it's the things that make you stand out. And as long as you find people around you that are good, that accept you for your imperfections and accept you for yourself, you guys can get together and do something better.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that was
Lovely.
really good.
Wow.
Amen.
You really landed that
Do
question.
any of us need to say
Yeah,
anything?
you landed it.
You stuck the landing.
Man, you stuck the landing on that.
My question for front row actors, the two questions. One question is Detention, the bully is a high school drama. It's really interesting, and I'm watching you guys dealing with. So how about yourself? Is there any best school days memory and the worst school days memory?
Oh, she trying to get the
man.
good stuff.
Oh boy, she is.
Dang, that hurts.
What about you?
I think, all right, my best high school moment had to be my 10th grade talent show, to be honest. That was the first time that I felt like I was going to get out of the friend zone. But then the worst day was probably
That's great.
the worst day was probably the next day when I found out that doesn't exist, being out of the friend zone. So, yeah, he brung that out of me. I'm going to go cry now.
I kind of enjoyed school. I mean, I did have a little moment where I feel like everyone's been in that moment where you're like, you know, when that one friend isn't at school that day, and so you don't really have anyone to hang around with. So you like walk around at lunchtime, like purposefully, but you're not going anywhere. So you're like, because you have no one to hang out with.
You just
so
want to
you're
look cool.
walking around, but you
Yeah.
have to look like you're going somewhere. I've been there a few times. I guess because I was always like in drama club or like in doing music. Sometimes like I wasn't. I was friends with everyone, but didn't like have like a clique. But yeah, I don't know. Other than that, I had a few of those moments, but other than that, it was pretty good. I liked high
Things
school.
went great.
What about you?
Everything worked out.
Everything was alright.
Now I'm famous.
Now I'm a Power Ranger, so I mean, it all kind of just flowed.
Dacre.
Dacre?
No
Go ahead.
speed bumps.
No. Okay.
Are we moving on to the? You want to?
Yeah, I don't know. My experience in school was very different. I didn't really have many friends, and I was pretty overweight, and I just wasn't. I guess when you first meet Jason at the beginning of the film, you're like, it's just a stereotypical jock, and I think that's what's so lovely about it is that it doesn't evolve that way, and I hope that I was able to mold my own experience to that and give him more, make him more multifaceted, multidimensional, and interesting to watch, so that people hopefully fall in love with him, and he's seeking a relationship with the other. The people in the different social cliques, if you want to call it that, in the school, cliques.
So we say cliques,
Cliques.
or
say
crews.
cliques.
Yeah, man, we say
say
clicks out here in America, dude.
I'm learning.
Yeah, I don't know what you're all talking about, but it's clicks.
It's cute.
Aussies in English.
Maybe clique,
say?
yeah, clique is
Do you say clique or click?
clique.
Me
Okay,
personally, my school experience,
He just took it.
my
Click.
school experience wasn't always the best. I actually wouldn't say I had like the greatest day. There wasn't like a day that sticks out that I was like, wow, that was really cool. Just because I guess the best way to explain it was like, I'm in a classroom filled with like monkeys and I'm a fish, and the lesson of the day was how to climb a tree. And I could see it, and I knew how to climb it, and I could tell the teacher, this is how you do it, but I just couldn't do it. And everyone else is climbing the tree, and the teacher was like, why aren't you climbing the tree? And it's like, because I'm a swimmer, I'm really good at swimming. I'm just gonna keep swimming, because I'm really good at it. And I would always change schools, and I actually was always the new girl, and that was something that I talked about a lot with Dean, because I think a lot of people kind of maybe expected me to play like a Kimberly Hart, the girly girl, because I am in real life a girly girl. But on a soul level, as far as like knowing what it's like to feel alone, I connected to Trini with that. So I definitely took a lot of like my childhood experiences from school and kind of like it kind of channeled with that whole thing. So yeah, it was pretty shitty. To be honest.
Hello.
I think for me, high school is like kind of for a lot of people, it's just bittersweet. I moved around a lot, so I was the outsider a lot of times, and that's how I connected to Zach, because he's kind of an outsider.